Loaded Llamas logo up top, and you could play the. Hold on, everybody just relax. Is all. All right.
We're going to come up with a better intro.
Into the microphone, John. Is the volume even? Anyway, well, that was a failure.
We'll edit that in post.
We'll edit that in post.
That's what they say. That's the big.
We're real. Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls and trannies and blacks, we are live for the first time in a long time with some very special guests and with a
I'm very excited about
special
this one.
show.
Very special.
We have the Wisconsin Five. We're missing a couple people, but we have 5 people who made the great trek to the.
We didn't rape anyone yet.
Yeah, we didn't. We're not guilty. And we made the great trek to Wisconsin for the Labatt Blue National Pond Hockey Tournament. We have Jimmy McDonald, who is a stand-up comic when times are normal. How are you, Jimmy?
Great, man. I'm so happy to be here talking about this fucking wacky-ass trip.
And we have the
talking about it for a while.
We have Big Frank, who still has the flag proudly posted behind him.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I want to say off the bat, and we'll get right into it. We have to wish our fearless leader, Ski Mask Collective. It is his birthday today.
Happy birthday,
right.
Ski.
A big happy birthday to whoever's under that
If I
mask.
turn my hand just a little bit sideways. But anyway, Juggy, would you like to? Why don't you take it away?
Well, this is a little foggy. This is a little foggy for me. I like to call it a brownout. I have little bits and pieces of this trip. Basically, for 2 years, several of us, our team attended actually 3 years, right? Our team attended
4 years.
4 years. 4 years. So the crew assembled right now was definitely there for 2 of the 4 years, which were probably the worst for Wisconsin, but the best for us.
Those were the best days of my life.
So in 2008 through 11, 2008 through 11. Am I getting that right? Yeah. We attended. Our team, the Loaded Llamas, attended the Labatt Blue Pond Hockey Tournament in Eagle River, Wisconsin. So a 10-hour drive. Look, there it is.
There we go.
That was the last year. I don't think Wisconsin could have taken another year of us.
No,
existing
not
there.
That town at least.
So that's the whole crew. We have 4 of the 6 present. And
the mask got called out at the last.
Yeah, well, I don't consider him a human. So yeah, he's literally a llama or a disgusting human being. So. He's not present, but we love him, and we love Farmer anyway. Ludwig von Llama, his official name.
Ludwig von Llama. We did name him.
So 2011. Generally, the entire time of the trip, we were at least twice over the legal limit of alcohol consumption.
And your anniversary this weekend.
This is the 10-year anniversary.
Why we're doing this? It's
the last.
Talk to these people if we don't.
The last round of degeneracy that year. So I guess we're gonna start. Where do you want to start, Juggy? Where is there a proper beginning to this?
Well, wait a minute. Why don't we? Would you guess? Would you like to give your opening statements on this Wisconsin trip? Would you like to give your opening salvo on your overall
so
long lasting?
It was Jimmy's first experience in Wisconsin the last year that we went. So it was probably eye opening for him, I'd say. Jimmy, do you have 2 cents to weigh in on your overall experience in on the Labatt Blue Pond Hockey Tournament?
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that within 16 months of that tournament, I went sober.
There's a reason you don't drink anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it all kind of started, I started realizing there were issues at this fucking tournament. I remember very little about most of it, and my memories always jog when we get together and talk about this shit. One of my favorite moments of the whole trip was when we got in the car. We rented some Subaru lesbian station wagon, and we crammed 6 guys, and we like duct taped all the hockey gear to the roof of it.
Yeah, we were all big dykes.
It was rigged. It was rigged. We got in the car at, I don't remember what it was. It was very early in the morning that we got in the car to leave.
Right. Okay. So that's a perfect point to start. I don't want to cut you off there.
Keep going. I'm going to try to be a real
person.
But
the story starts before we even get there.
So we rented Subaru Outback from Westchester Airport.
But we didn't even rent that. We rented a different car.
Right.
And we begged them for a bigger one. And they were like, this is all we have. And we were like, I'll take it. Yeah, there she is.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Made of farts. This was on the way. This was when we got back, and the seats were all made of farts.
Pretty much. Yeah, that was some of our car rules.
Yeah,
I got fucked up there for a second. Sorry, guys. Larry's not even here. My Wi-Fi doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, so for those who don't know, it's what is it? 22-hour drive straight.
Yeah.
No stopping.
We made it. We made it in 20. I think we shaved an hour off the trip, but we would have.
Yeah, but an hour got tacked on when Juggy fucking ran out of gas in the middle of Ohio.
What a classic fucking thing!
Oh yeah, that's right.
Do we need gas? I don't know.
That's a good place to start.
4:30 in the morning.
No, I'll take the reins from.
What happened there? What happened there, Jugs?
Yeah, so it was.
How do you run out of?
I have never driven like
a
west
car?
of like basically Pennsylvania or whatever. And there's this big long fucking stretch of highway, which I've never experienced this before driving ever in the tri-state area.
Was that 80, Route 80?
I think it was like I-80 or I-78. It was one of those east to west fucking things. But I noticed that there were no fucking rest stops. Like in this place, there's no like, big hubs of gas stations and fast food places. It's just nothing.
Or
you have to
civilization.
get off and exit to go get gas, and
It's just corn. It's a state of corn. That's it.
Yeah. So I just happened to be driving at that point, even though there's 5 other fucking men who could have told me this.
Oh yeah, looked at your.
I'll take the blame.
Look at your gas.
Fucking
look
gauge.
at the gas gauge over your shoulder.
Hey, we all woke up.
What gas gauge is over a shoulder? But that's fine.
We all woke up to
the gas gauge in the back seat.
And we were like, why aren't the trees?
First of all, I was a gas gauge in the back seat, fucking ripping.
Yeah, we were all gas gauges. I thought there was plenty of gas in that fucking vehicle.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, so that was it, -20.
I want to say we drove. It's what 2,500 mile
so
round.
It started
trip?
with an attempted murder, essentially. Thanks to Juggy, basically tried to kill all of us.
Oh yeah,
running out of gas is murder. Funny.
Well, it was almost murder when that Help 911 State Farm car came to give us gas.
Oh yeah, the Ohio Help. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ohio Help poured like maybe 3 gallons of gas in the car, and they charged us like $80. They just emptied our wallet.
Thank you, AAA.
It was also the guy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles who does like. That guy. It was also the same guy because we were in the middle of Ohio.
I actually thought for a second we were about to get murdered. Like his demeanor, it was definitely a Hills Have Eyes type. Middle of Indiana.
Oh yeah,
savage.
But
I don't know any of this part of the story because I didn't go with you guys.
Well, you guys flew.
I flew to Rob's because he
was.
Oh, that year you did. That's right.
I flew to Rob's because he was at school in Indiana, and me, Rob, and Farmer drove from Indiana up.
That's right.
Smart.
That's right.
So it was just us
4.
No, we had more in the car. Who was in the car with us?
It was us 4.
It was us 4. Which so that combination alone, I don't blame Juggy 100% for running out of gas.
Yeah,
no, I'll take the blame. I don't
because at that time I was probably 3 sheets and everybody else was sleeping.
That's an important thing to cover too. Is that we were already drunk when we were driving out.
Right.
Yeah, I was the only one
That's
who
a great
hadn't
point.
started to drink because I think I was during that leg. I knew that I was coming up, so I knew I had to be sober. So I knew that I'm dealing with a bunch of fucking hammered guys in the car. But the rules that we were following are fucking hysterical.
That was at the pit stop.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was the first year, I think.
That was year 1.
That was year 3.
Look at us being Elvis fans right here.
That was
2010. I believe we were at a rest stop in Pennsylvania somewhere.
That was when there were
it certainly
7 of
wasn't
us in a
Ohio.
Tahoe.
Oh, that was Ohio, right?
That was the Tahoe, yeah.
Yeah,
7
we
grown
all
men in a Tahoe. That was good.
no,
With
that
hockey
we-
equipment.
That was the year that we were in the Nissan Versa. We had 4 grown adults and
No,
con-
Perry was in that picture, so that was
Yeah,
the
that was
first.
Tahoe.
Oh, that was the year that Perry drove. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, so I want to say just a precursor for the negative 2 people who are watching that we
Any
are.
comment? Julio here. Julio producers here. Any comments? Anything we need to know in the chat yet?
Shout out to the audio listeners.
Shout out to nobody.
Shout out to the
We're going to
viewers.
exclusively be covering the final year, so that was 2011. Mostly. If you have anything to put in here, any ridiculousness from the prior years, feel free to chime in. But I guess since we have Jimmy here, we'll focus on the final.
And it is I think it is the flagship story.
It really is the flagship
that was
year.
the flagship
Oh, yeah.
year. Jimmy still is withholding the tape from us.
So speaking
Do
of
this good.
drinks,
Baby.
I can't
You
one,
piece of shit.
I
Well, we'll
can't
get to
one
that.
under. Yeah, Jimmy's been holding a tape of
And that
unknown.
was remember the whole thing about that kind of revolved around this very tape and that camera. But we'll get to that.
unknown contents of that magical
That's a
tape.
teaser they call
It's
it. in the
it is
business.
that is the Zapruder film of alcoholism.
I've never looked at it. I don't know what's on it. I've never looked at it.
So
It
Wow.
could be a football game. It could be a porno. It's gonna be great.
anyway,
Oh no, it's Wisconsin, and I still don't know what's on
It
that.
could be a
tape.
football game or it could be a porno.
So speaking of how we are drunk the entire time, let's cover exactly what we were drinking on this trip because I think there was a myriad of alcohol that we
Sure.
included. One specific delicacy that we engaged in during, and I don't know if we originated this. I don't know where it came from, but the Pink Lady was
that came from King of Queens.
King of Queens.
was taken.
Credit to Arthur Spooner, aka Jerry Stiller, aka
God rest him.
Dead. He came up with it.
Now,
Yep.
for
Pink
anybody who
Lady.
doesn't know what a Pink Lady is, it's Jack Daniels and Pepto Bismol.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Or vodka, whatever. Alcohol and
Something,
Pepto.
and I know another night. I think it might have been the grandest of nights. We were drinking just tons of 5-hour energy with vodka.
That's what I wanted to chime in on.
in a big fish bowl. Yeah,
Right.
what it is.
Yep. I remember on the way
That
there.
was pre-COVID.
Yeah, on the way to it, we were at a rest stop, and I remember Jim looking at the all of the drink aisles, and he came across the 5-hour energy. He goes, "I'm gonna need about 70 hours of energy," and he took a whole box, and we basically made cocktails out of them. So we basically just had we were ready for that entire night. We were up and going, and that's where we can kind of pick up because we were taking those mixed shots of a real strong vodka and just 5-hour energies before we went to a bar.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we were
of course.
crushing
This is
it,
when
just
we were
getting all kinds
young and
of
in
fucked up
love.
dressed
This is
up.
when we were
Yeah,
young, young bucks. We could
Now,
handle
what?
ourselves.
I can't remember if we were drinking. Did we go
Yes.
as low and depraved?
There we go.
That's me. That was on the way to the first game.
Yep.
I don't remember that picture.
No. Go ahead, Matt Mead. What were you saying?
What were we
Depraved?
going stooping as low as drinking Dubra at that point, or did we drink?
I don't
we
know
might
if we
have
were
stepped
still
it up.
drinking
Could
Dubra.
have been Smirnoff. It was some form of vodka. Burnett.
It was
Who
cheap,
knows?
whatever it was.
Yeah. Whatever it was good enough for that night, let me tell you. So,
So,
we pick up
yeah.
now. We could quickly, before we get in the car, we can talk about what we were drinking, but we were also getting ready. Let's take a step back. Let's talk about our fashion selections
I have a picture.
that
I'm
evening.
pulling it up.
for that whole thing. And you had the one there. I mean, Jim, Mead, and I, before we went, just for shits and giggles, we went to Goodwill and just picked out like the cheapest, most fucked up suits you can ever possibly imagine. And we were like, yep, definitely going out and just dressing as horribly as possible. But
Oh,
people just loved it. They picked up on it. And
Yeah,
they didn't give a
I
fuck,
was
and it
the-
was so fun.
I was the coach, so I had a different suit for each
we
day
have
because
that-
I was the coach.
Do we have that
Very true.
group suit photo?
Well, it's funny you say that, Mead. Something might be coming just right up on this.
That was the first year, so that wasn't our year. We
Yeah,
definitely,
but the fashion, I totally. Oh my god!
there was
I didn't know. So where am I?
That's
Oh,
juggy
I'm
on top of the
fridge.
refrigerator. with
not
his
as
head
many
cut off.
fedoras that year as ours. We
Pull
did
them
No,
together
not-
and talk.
we did abuse the fedoras at some point.
Yeah, we did. We definitely.
How about
did.
do you have the queued up? I think it on our year, Rob. Rob might have been naked on top.
I got it. I got it right here. Right here. This is actually brace yourself, folks.
Oh boy.
Brace yourself. This was right after we were drinking loads of 5 Hour Energy and vodka, and right before we ruined many of people's lives.
We had about 32 hours of
okay.
energy.
There it is.
There you go.
Now, Jimmy, what were you wearing that evening?
That's nice.
I was wearing a green blazer,
The Irish
And a-
special.
green
Fuck
tie.
yeah, Frank.
Oh my God.
That
You
is a
could-
blacked out boy right
You
there.
you could not look any more Irish.
You look like the trainee for the Lucky Charms box guy.
I look like
Wow.
a
Put your
cartoon
hats
of a
until you
Mexican
can pronounce how the
child.
marshmallows.
What a couple beautiful boys. Now we did abuse the fedora game. I have to say
Look at the
that.
stat.
Oh my God. With the chain, you might as well have had. I wish you had a turtleneck on for that one.
Oh man. Again, I mean, Goodwill didn't have much of a selection, but
Mead
you're
looks
right.
just
You're
like
absolutely right.
Mead looks like the beautiful boy he is in this.
Absolutely.
Well,
No wonder that cop let him off after driving drunk on the way to the bar.
I just imagine that guy speeding in a Subaru full of 8 people.
yeah,
people
snow
in the
everywhere.
trunk.
By the way,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
They
So
don't
this was
plow
right
those
before we left. What was this? This was the last night or the second to last night?
This
that,
this was the first
this was
night.
one of the last nights.
It was
because
the
I can. Let me.
Well,
chime
no,
in
because
real
we
quick.
played JJ the day after. We'll get to that. That's the cherry on top.
I can say that it was one of the later days because that was one of the years that I had a full beard going into it, and each day I would take a little bit off, and that was the last one. Right before I was perfectly clean shaven for the last day. That was the night before the last day.
Yeah, the
all I
prior
had
night
was this much.
Prior night you had mutton chops.
Yep. The second night was the James Hetfield.
You look like Lemmy from Motorhead.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we going to get to Wisconsin, baby.
Wow.
My best Motorhead so far.
Be good.
So after that picture, we got in the car, right? After drinking for a long
That was
time.
right before we got in the car, I think.
That was right before we had those drinks.
5
right before
shots.
we got in the car.
Literally
Nothing more American.
After 5 shots of
Shout out
Jaeger,
Bruce Springsteen.
After 5 shots
God
of
rest him.
Jaeger and 2 vodka 5-hour energies, we got in a car. So this is the Subaru. Mind you, it's -5 degrees out on a Friday night.
5?
Saw our
It's like
outfits.
-30, dude.
Yeah, it was more than 5. Yeah.
It was, but yeah, okay. So this is Wisconsin. This is northern. We're in Canada, and so we're driving to the bar, and I don't really.
Well, I remember we got lit up. Mind you, again, there was 8 people.
It's a bad thing I don't remember because I was the one behind the wheel.
Right. So we got lit up, and there was 2 of us in the trunk, 3 in the back seat, 2 in the front, mind you. And nice lady came up to the
female,
window.
a lovely female cop who we will run into later in this story.
Oh, she'll come back. There's so many ins and outs.
They really are.
She was really sweet and she was very nice in general. And I just thought that you were basically getting from the inside of the car and you talking to her. I thought you were going to get arrested. 100%. I thought that we were all pretty much fucked at that point.
Yeah, I've been in the car with Mead so many times, drunk and pulled over at the same time, drunk and pulled over with Mead, and somehow we ended up still going out and getting more drunk after that. It's happened like 6 times.
I don't know how it happened.
It's 6 times. I've weaseled my way out of many. No wonder I got popped eventually.
Well, I mean, you're playing a numbers game, and it's not going to work out for you in the end.
Yeah, I'd say he's still winning.
I was playing the horses.
Victor Marco would
5 or
tell you
6 times,
stop.
man. Crazy. I've never seen anybody talk his way out of that situation with a cop as good as you have. You're fucking amazing at that.
Yeah,
Well,
this guy. A lot of people don't know when I'm really blackout drunk. There's something that I like. Maybe I slur in general when I'm sober, but a lot of
Frank, go ahead.
What's that, Frank?
You were just under the limit, so they were like, "Oh, you're good." Where are you guys headed?
Somehow passed it after you
somehow. So
the
breathalyzer they took out. I passed the field test. The breathalyzer, I was like, I'm not. It's too fucking cold. Just give me a breathalyzer. Let's get this over with. At that time, that wasn't like the science. You never blown the breathalyzer.
Well, we pounded shots right before we got in the car.
Literally right before, and that was like 5 shots. So of Jaeger, and that should have, which is disgusting.
That thing should have broke right in your hand.
Right. The fucking breathalyzer should have crumbled in my fingers based on how much alcohol I had in my system. So I blow in the thing. Mind you, it's -30. She's like, I don't know, this thing's not working. He's like, all right, let him do it anyway. So I blew in it 0.07. So literally right under the limit, a tenth of a point under the limit, and I had the most bewildered look on my face when that thing passed. They're like, all right, you're good to go. And I felt my soul rise up to heaven right as I saw the number on that screen. Yes,
I remember discussing that afterwards, and I remember your theory was that you had drinking so many shots so recently that they hadn't hit your blood yet.
Yeah.
Between the shots and taking the breathalyzer, it was like 5 minutes.
Right. So
and I love that. I agree to that. I think if you're gonna take a ton of shots and drive, just do it. Just drive real quick after you take the shots before they hit your liver.
Behind the wheel. Yes,
it's really science.
Slam vodka and hit the gas.
So then, lest we forget before this pullover ordeal is over, that we then asked for directions to the bar. Which she
offered directions. We didn't. She stuck her head in the car.
So where are you guys going, eh?
Right, yeah. He's like, oh, I hear you guys are going to Smokies. Eh? Okay, well, you guys just be careful and make sure somebody else drives. Okay.
Yeah.
And she gave us, again, instead of warnings and like being a complete piece of shit that we're used to here in the tri-state area. Oh, yeah, sure. No problem, guys. Just take it slow whenever you guys are driving home and on the way back. I'm like, we're going to a bar and you're just under the limit and you're giving us directions to a bar.
That's
I need to move here.
One thing to say is everybody up in the North Woods is very nice and very easy to take advantage of.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that.
Yep. We sure will. So at this point, we are now in the car, just absolutely dumbfounded and at the dumb shit Irish luck that we just got. So now this night we basically get to. Did we go to the strip club first, or did we go to the bar first? Did we go to the bar, Weasel's Bar? Or did we just do Weasel's Bar? That's again.
It was
since we were all drinking.
We did Weasel's Bar.
4 years of info, yeah.
Weasel's Bar, because I remember
Bar?
I remember Weasel's better than the bar, so I'm going to say that we went to Weasel's first. Frank, can you confirm? Frank,
Weasel's was the name of
we
the
went to the
strip
bar
club, by the way.
first.
We went to the bar first. So we went bar Weasel's Bar. Yes, I believe. No, that's true.
It was the bar first because there wouldn't have been a story if we didn't go to the bar first.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Yes.
Now, and then
Is
when we
this
get
it,
into this,
by the way, keep
that?
talking. Sorry, I'm pulling
That's
up a
okay.
picture.
we had when we walked into this place, we said just see Smokies, whatever. It's your classic dive bar. I think people are smoking cigarettes.
Oh my
inside.
God.
Oh my fucking God! That's what
Holy
That's it, right?
shit, That's it.
Yeah, it's a house with just.
It's
you
in
know,
Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Actually, it's a little outside of Eagle River.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Dollar
That's
Lake.
it.
About
Not
2
owned
down the
by
road.
yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that
So
where that Brendan Dassey guy is from?
not guilty. Damn it. He probably is. Yeah.
the
I've
guy who
seen
shot
those.
up a church.
No.
Something like that.
What's his name? Whatever.
Cheat. All right, so we'll discuss Smokies here.
Oh man, what an establishment!
Is it a barbecue place that doesn't even serve food?
It is.
They definitely don't serve food. Not when we went. There's a bag of
No.
chips.
Okay, so
We
the
might have
place is
gotten there too late though. They might have stopped food service because it did look like a restaurant.
right.
It does.
So there's tables. It's a dive bar. It's
I
a
got
dive.
pictures. I'm coming.
It's a dive barbecue joint. So every year, I think they kind of that weekend is really the best
Weekend.
the best weekend for that city, that like town and all the businesses in general.
That area
like
of the
ever
woods,
at any
yes.
point.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody's amped up and knows there's going to be chaos ensuing, and I don't think the locals really like anybody who comes to Eagle River.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. The local I would argue the opposite. I think in the end the locals, I think in the end the locals loved us.
There we go.
That's
Like,
it.
look at how much fun we're having. I mean, we were spending money
Cigs
we were doing all this
inside.
stuff.
Noted. Everybody is smoking cigarettes inside.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
People who don't smoke cigarettes normally were doing it just because it was fucking awesome to be able to
That
smoke
bar was a
inside.
straight up throwback to like the 90s or like any time
The
before
70s.
like
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We were grandfathered in. We've been here for 55 years. It's like, yeah, go ahead, light them up, whatever.
Did they actually say that they were grandfathered in so people could smoke in the
I don't think
bar?
they say that,
No,
but
I think it's
if
just Wisconsin.
yeah, you just have to assume that that's what they did.
So anyway, I have an affinity for any bar that allows you to smoke indoors because it's just a fucking dirt hole and I love it. There we go.
There, that's it.
Mhm.
So that's
Frank, do you remember what happened to your right eye in this photo? I just have to ask.
I don't know. I
you
think
drank so much you got cerebral palsy.
You drank so much, Jack Daniels gave you the hoodie for free.
Right.
That's awesome,
Earned
man. I love it. I can dig it.
Oh boy. So we basically took over this bar, essentially. Imagine, 7 of us.
Now that I do recall that the locals did seem to like us at
They
that
loved
bar.
us. That was part
The
of
locals
We
the
were
in front of
having
the
so
bar.
much fun.
They
That's
liked
it.
us so much that they turned on the owner of the bar who was one of their friends in our
Who- who-
behalf.
Could we talk about the bartenders also?
Let's
Well,
talk about
of
the
course,
bartenders.
we're gonna get to let's keep it rolling, boys. Absolutely, I like it. We're right on track.
So the different types of people that were there, you have the patrons or the other customers that were there. I didn't find anybody who didn't like us or anything like that. The 2 bartenders, they were having an absolute blast because they were getting tipped like crazy. This is probably money they haven't seen in a long time.
Yes.
So we were trying to make that impression. Like we were just having an absolute blast. We were, just shredding money. Like we were just doing what we do on vacation. Like that's great. And I feel like, and again, like the bartenders, they like, especially one of the bartenders had a very, very major taking on one of our members of our team.
We can talk. I don't give a
And-
fuck.
Yeah.
You talking
So I
about
would
me?
say- yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was
So
gonna set
say
it up. I
it's
was like-
Jim Stansel. I don't give a fuck.
So
I'm setting
there
you
was
up,
by
man.
the
Can I
way-
set you up? Okay, fine, Jim. Anyway,
This-
we went over
I'm
to like
sorry.
what do you call it? After
Sorry,
this
guys.
place now, she left that bar to go to Weasels with us, and then we came back afterwards. So I think Frank was right all along.
right, and it turns out she happened to be a stripper at Weasels.
She at the time she used to
Oh my
be a
God.
stripper at Weasels. Holy shit!
Look at these 2 beautiful boys.
Wow.
So that's
Unbelievable.
Jimmy and Stancil, if you believe that's Stancil.
Oh, there's some.
You look like you're
You
in the Backstreet Boys. Stan.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ. He looks
God.
like
98 degrees, Nick
Oh,
Lachey,
this
please.
is great.
You
So
do.
here we
Look
go.
at
We
that
can
fucking
There
talk.
she is.
There she is. Oh,
Whoa.
boy, is she.
Wow. But what was her name? River?
Brooke, damn
Brooke.
Brooke.
it. How dare you?
So that's
So we were
Ah.
getting not and jump in here, John, or whoever, Frank. Well, I don't give a fuck who jumps in. But we were doing our thing essentially, having a blast, buying shots, tipping
God,
our
I
dicks
can't
off.
believe-
Look at the guy in the background. Look at this guy in
Loving
the
it.
background.
They're
Look at how
loving
much
it.
fun he's having. Look at that guy. We don't know that guy.
when we come into a bar, we come into a bar. Like
Oh, yeah.
literally
Right.
come on the
Guy's
floor.
having a great time.
Having a great time.
I thought you were talking about the guy in the front, but that's fucking great.
He just
That's
killed
a
an,
gift.
he just
That's
shot
it.
a 12-point buck and he's all
Stancil,
fucking
that was a
psyched
good
up.
spot, man. Well done. That was
So
yeah, we're having a great time. We're doing this. we're having some fun. We're gabbing her up. Obviously, we're talking up this fine little lady here.
we enter the bar the way Gino Bisconti enters the bar. And that
Yeah.
is boisterous and overwhelming.
especially
Yes.
especially to the locals, because you go out in the Midwest, life is just a little slower. It's there's no hustle and bustle out there. Nobody's trying to be on top of each other like we are in this area up here. Like they're just laid back, they're chill, like big NASCAR fans. They like to watch cars just drive for 5 straight hours.
Yep.
These are the kind of people that we're dealing with. So when we go there and just be ourselves, like some of them are thinking like, oh my God, look at these fucking oh, you guys must be
Yorkers.
someone famous or something. Like, no, this is just how we are. Like we just like to be loud and boisterous, and some people call it obnoxious, but we were having a fucking blast that night. Same shit.
Yep.
So much so that bartender left with us to go to a fucking strip club. How cool is
Well,
that?
let's
You remember how it
yes,
started with her?
please.
Started taking bets on if she had a tattoo.
Ah,
Right. Holy shit, I
Wow,
forgot
I
about
did
that.
not
Started
remember
taking
that.
bets on whether she had a tattoo or not,
Where it was.
and what was it.
Right.
I found out.
And I got voted to be the one to ask her.
Correct.
So I skipped to the point. I said, listen, we have a bet going. You need to help us settle it. Where is your tattoo and what is it? She goes, how do you know I have a tattoo? I said, we already decided you do.
Because we
Just tell us
decided.
what is it and where is it? And she got real bashful because it was a
Which is weird in hindsight.
Yeah,
right.
You used to be a stripper. Why are you bashful?
Bashful.
Maybe her vagina should have been more bashful. Her vagina should have had got a rosy cheek.
I was being cute. Fucking
Dumb bitch. Anyway, guy, she's a trick.
She had a tramp stamp, and it was $1.
Golf.
sign.
Was it? What was it? A dollar sign? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, come
Sure
on.
did. She had another one too, which we'll get to later. That's a great call, Frank.
So did
Frank,
we
I
win?
totally forgot
Atta
about that. That's a
boy,
great
kid.
fucking call.
That's how it all started.
Somebody said animal. Somebody said writing. I think I won with it was letters. It was letters.
I think that we started arguing about it because
A
somebody
dollar
said
sign is
don't win
technically a
because
letter.
a dollar sign is a symbol and not letters.
Okay.
We got real technical.
It's a glyph.
That's right. And that
It is an
kind of
S.
that was the icebreaker. That's right.
Yeah.
So
That's
and stop me if I skip over it too much, obviously. But we're getting along, we're getting along with the bartender, and we talking her up. I think I have a cigarette with her, like in the little porch, and we're having fun. And Mead, I believe the first year you married another our
think
buddy who is not our buddy Rob, who's not here tonight, married you and another bartender because he's an ordained minister.
No,
I
that
could
was
be.
that year.
I'm.
It was a different.
No, it's the year before.
Yeah, because it was the same
I
bar.
I think I'm legally married.
Me too. Yeah,
Our
Rob
friend-
is an ordained
Our
minister.
friend
and he
Rob
married
is
us
an
both.
ordained minister, and
And we gave her a ring. We gave them. I
I
made a ring
made
out of
her
straw.
a ring out of a $20 bill, and
Me,
I made
Wasn't
mine out
that-
of it.
Wasn't it a nice young African American lady of
Holy
the
fuck.
evening?
yes, that,
That
was
was
my
that year.
that was
That
no,
was
that
this
was
year.
our year. Yes, but this was the prior year. I married the bartender of the exact same establishment, Smokies, Erica.
Yeah.
God damn it! I should have got her on
Oh
this.
my God, where's those pictures of how fat? Anyway,
Anyway, she's a never. I'm not gonna. She's a nice girl. We're gonna have to do a follow up. We have to do a follow up episode and get her on.
Oh,
here.
this is the Chronicles part. This is Chronicles part 1. There's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
this is
there's so much
this
gonna
year,
spend the whole show this one story, please.
this year was your year to shine with the female occupants. I mean, this guy was a beautiful boy. He was all American
You
athlete.
saw me.
He's cut. He's ripped in shreds. He's fucking shredded cheddar cheese over here. And so this was Stansel's year to shine with the female occupants, which there are very few of in Eagle River, Wisconsin. I don't know how anybody procreated there. There's like there's 3 women in the entire town.
However many people your listeners are picturing right now,
Less.
half of whatever you're thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, handsome.
We weren't drinking.
Amazing.
We weren't drinking.
No,
You were
officer.
amazing.
I'm sober. How do I get to Smokies?
I think right there. Mead is yelling in. Yeah, Aunt Mead is yelling in Stansel's ear right now, going, "I can't believe that officer gave us directions here." Oh my God! Look at how
So
much
yeah,
fun we're having, man.
we were. I was talking her up, and we had some fun. And our buddy kind of did the same thing he did the year before, and married us both. You know, we were asked her if she would marry me, and she said yes.
So you're legally, I mean, he is a legitimate ordained minister. There's nothing saying we're not legally married to 2 women in Wisconsin right now.
That's right.
I mean, yours is probably dead.
Oh yeah, probably.
She's
For
definitely
sure.
been killed by her boyfriend at some point.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
That's
look
not
that
a
up.
stretch.
We're gonna have to look
No,
that
it's
up.
not.
Definitely
That's
shot
highly
by
believable in
shot
this-
by
in
her
this area.
shot by her pimp.
So this this got the ball rolling. Me and
Let's give Stancil a little credit.
no,
She was a-
no. This is it's not far off at all.
She was
As we'll
she was
find
a
out.
good-looking girl. You
It really
know,
was.
Well, what we learned later.
she
is
was a
also
Wisconsin
worked-
10.
We also learned that she worked at the strip club and was a stripper, which we found out We didn't find out
very
till later
quickly
on.
when the bouncer smacked her on the ass on the way in.
Yeah.
But this whole marriage started the ball rolling.
Should we say her relationship should we introduce the owner of the
Well, that's what I'm
establishment?
getting to.
Yeah.
So this whole marriage got the ball rolling to the owner of said bar not taking the greatest liking to us. He was already a little standoffish because we were clearly the favorites of the bar, and
Right.
you could tell he's one of these guys who's a faggot and didn't like us.
Yeah, he didn't
So
like
me-
the life of the party.
Flirting with this bartender and getting along with her, and we actually that's right, we made out outside, and I think somebody told him or he saw.
If I'm not mistaken, I think she was his ex.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no. She wasn't his
That's
ex,
what
but
he said,
he
though.
constantly she told me later, he thought she was his girl because she worked for him, basically. One of these
Live in his
weird.
basement or something.
Yeah, oh, right. Jesus, Frank has these revelations. Is that right?
You got-
I think she lived in his basement. I think she was like renting the apartment in his house. Or something.
No. Yes. Wait. Yes. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Holy shit! They just rung a bell and some cobwebs back here.
Yo,
Well, there
don't
you go.
ever fuck with Frank. He'll remember shit forever,
Jesus.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I remember shit on Frank, but I'm not gonna bring it up now.
Oh,
We
Thanks,
Lord.
we
Jimmy.
went we went on a little
Ooh,
duo
yeah,
excursion,
okay.
but I'm just gonna stop it there.
It was so nice. There was very.
Oh
nice
no,
people
mum is the word. That was a fucking
Yeah.
blast.
there.
That's episode 2.
Yeah.
when the kids and the wife are gone, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that was a blast. Sorry, go ahead, Stancil. There.
No, I don't know. Yeah, no, you guys jump in wherever. That's great. But I don't know,
Yeah.
right? So that at that point, you could tell he's getting a little ornery at the end of the bar there.
Yeah.
And I guess we get anything in between that and when it kind of came to a head at that bar. I don't.
Lots
I
of
think we basically
drinking.
drinking. We were just having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
I
then,
was taking pictures. What set him off was I was taking pictures of
Yeah, so we were documenting this whole thing.
everybody.
We were documenting this whole thing. Jimmy had his video camera, right, and regular camera, I believe.
Yes.
It was just one of those little old pocket cameras that they made before they were on cell phones, you know? It was just like a little camera, a little pocket camcorder, and I was taking pictures and videos of everything and everyone.
Yeah,
And I
The
don't
little
know why.
silver one you
I
had.
don't know why anybody could possibly get mad at Jimmy. First of all, he looked like he was 12 at the time. Like you're
Yeah.
getting in a fight with Justin Bieber. Like
Exactly.
this is the most unassuming, nicest person in the world, and he picked a fight with him.
yeah. So I get cut to that, right? So yeah, we were having a good time. Blah 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 blah. You cut to the chase. At some point, this bar owner, by the name, his name is JJ. The bar owner JJ. How did it come about? He basically told us we had to leave, right?
Yeah.
Can't
So
film.
so when he
First,
when he
you
was,
had
go ahead, Frank.
first, Dave. You had your first dance.
Who?
My God, that's right.
You had your first dance, Boys to Men.
And everybody
Did I?
encircled you guys.
Yeah.
in
Was it
the
like,
middle
I'll make
of-
love to
That,
you or
that's
something
what
like
did
that?
it. God damn
Right.
it, Frank. Good thing Frank
was
is here.
beautiful.
Holy shit, I totally forgot.
You guys consummated right on the
So
dance
we,
floor.
what was the song?
Yeah.
Boys-
That's the straw that broke the camel's back. He freaked out.
Oh, that's it. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. I was just happy that my friend just got married. Like,
To be young.
Yeah.
Rob Hallam
just-
hasn't.
my wedding.
Rob
happy for
Hallam
my
hasn't aged one bit.
no.
First of all,
Nope.
I'm gonna say his government name,
Yeah, so that's right. Oh, good fucking call, Frank. So that was the straw, huh? That was
Yeah.
the straw. Well, yeah, we were in the middle. That's right. We were in the middle of the bar, slow dancing to Boys to Men.
and JJ was in love with her.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
you just
This
stole
guy
it.
who just showed up in one night married her.
He's been trying. He's been trying for years. He hired her to try to
Hired
have
her
sex
just
with
to
her.
in his
have-
basement.
In
Yeah.
2 hours. What were there? 2 hours?
Yeah,
If that, dumb bitch.
So
Yeah.
you stole
yeah.
his love interest.
So what did he say? I remember he said it in a certain way. He was like, "All right, it's time for you guys to leave."
Now, see, this
Right.
was when we returned after Weasels, though. This was the second.
Oh, we came back.
yes, correct.
Okay,
Yep.
so we went
We
to
came back.
Weasels, which is a strip club. That'll be another episode. We don't. Well, maybe at the end. We'll see how much time. We're fucking.
Yeah.
There's enough ins and
Yeah,
outs.
we're crushing this story, man. I love it.
This could be just episode 1 of the Chronicles. We might have to cover this in a whole nother.
I got a cramp in my chin.
We might have to cover this on a whole nother episode. To be honest, we might have to break this story at some point.
No, we got plenty of time for this story.
Okay,
plenty of time.
Oh yeah. I will say this real quick about weasels. I mean, like, and all guys growing up, they have like their favorite stars and stuff like that and shit. I remember I actually saw live Mercedes, actually at this. And I was like, I could not believe what I was seeing. I'm like, I saw her on HBO on like softcore stuff growing up when my, you know, when all of us little boys were discovering shit. I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, that was amazing. I was like,
he was
she was one of my
starstruck.
faves. One of my faves.
Anyway, so that's the dirtiest. I'm pretty sure one of the girls like shot a ping pong ball out of her fucking pussy when we were there.
No, remember it was blankie time.
Oh, blanky time. So this is
blanket.
It's not
this
pillow
isn't
time.
this,
It's not cover time. It's blankie time.
I'm gonna qualify. This isn't a strip club. It's like a porn club.
Yeah.
Is
There's
it-
no
Yeah, so it was a porn theater. That's how it was set up.
Yeah,
Pretty
it
much,
was.
yeah.
It was. The private dance rooms were like fucking boating booths.
A good way to
Like
sum
boating
it up.
booths with curtains. It was the
It goes
sketchiest
up
thing
to the
ever.
neck.
There was levers made of dicks. A good way to sum it up is that Juggy had a father and son duo next to him
Oh my
while watching Blanky Time. And
Drew Carey and his lookalike son.
the girl threw her legs like upside down, gave a little wave to Juggy, and Juggy waved back, and the
fell in
the
love.
dad next to him said,
Oh, this is so creepy.
"Oh, I think she likes you."
Oh, it was fucking brutal.
We'll have to come back to
think
Weasels
she
on the
likes
Chronicles
you. And I'm
part
like,
2.
oh, it's not my money that I just threw at her.
Yeah, it's not my money I just shoved in her asshole.
Yeah. She usually doesn't wave at everybody. She must like you.
Oh god.
I think she likes you.
You know they've spent an inheritance there.
Yeah, Drew Carey, get the fuck away from me.
Oh my god.
I think she likes you.
And the son is like, I've never been waved at.
Anyway, so then we went back. Let's say. So then we went back to the bar.
Good crack.
So then we went back to the bar after the strip club, right?
Correct.
And on the way back to the bar, I do have to say you were screaming a song out of the window because you knew that you were going to hang out with her again, and it was
I'm in love with a stripper.
I'm in love with a stripper. Yeah.
So we
I'm in love. With a
Wait a minute. So we
You were
weren't
texting
thrown
her.
out. We weren't thrown out. We left at our own volition.
we left on our own
From
accord.
Weasels? Yeah,
No,
just
we were
left.
we were not thrown out. No.
See,
No,
see,
from the bar originally. We left on our own the first time
Correct.
to go to Weasels.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yes,
That is
and
true.
So we didn't
no,
slow dance until we came back.
yeah, but we also went to another bar. You know what I'm talking about?
Was that Geo's?
Geo's.
Oh,
Geo's is
Uh-huh.
that was the same day.
Jesus.
Geo's is the other day.
Geo's.
It might have been a different day. And again, this is
I
where some of
chose
the-
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank's been right about everything.
Yeah. Geo's
Well,
might have
I think
been.
we should talk about Geo's on another cast. Because
Yes.
that place.
Geo's and Weasels is a standalone.
Okay,
yeah.
so back to
And the hot-
Smokies.
Yeah, go ahead, maybe.
I do have to show this picture. Well, go ahead. Talk about it.
So we went back to Smokies. Needless to say, we were a little bit more drunk than when we left the last time.
Slightly.
And the owner was not so pleased to see us return.
No, but the people were.
The people loved it.
The people were, which it's all that matters. I mean, and so, oh my god,
This is for another show too. But I
Oh,
just
yeah.
love it. I laughed at this picture all day when I.
Jim, I hope they find his remains. He was a really nice guy.
Oh, he did. Jim, pictured here, was killed by bludgeoned to death with a 2x4. He was only identified by his teeth.
he was
The
a
nicest
pound.
guy ever.
A pound of semen was found in his belly.
Last known photo of Gordon Jeffron.
Of Eagle River, Wisconsin, age 36.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They do age
Resided
fast
on
up there.
Dollar Lake.
Yeah, so we
Oh
went
my
back and so yes, now at some point you can imagine what we did when we went back. At some point though is when JJ, the bar owner, asked us to leave.
Mhm.
And
and the way that he asked us, I was not a big fan of.
It was not
because he
nice.
said-
No, he said it's time for you.
He-
it's time for you guys to. I
he-
think it's time for you guys to leave. And they
Yeah,
weren't
he's
closing.
literally-
He might have used
specifically-
some choice words.
He did, because he said, "All right, we're gonna close out soon. If you're from Connecticut, get the fuck out of my
Oh,
bar.
that's right.
Ah, that's what it was.
If
That
you're from
cock son of a-
Connecticut, get the fuck out of my bar." And I was like, "Yeah, okay. This is. I'm staying here as long as possible after that. You fucking piece of shit."
Yeah, we
And
stuck
so-
up for our rights. So we were like, "Oh, you're still open. I don't have to leave."
Yeah, we don't
And-
have to.
And I believe the big straw was Jimmy was still recording, of course, because why
Yeah,
wouldn't
Because
you?
why wouldn't
I
you?
taped him saying that.
Yeah.
Taped
Yeah,
him saying that,
and
and
our
he-
reaction.
And I
Perfect.
believe he came over and slapped Jimmy's camera out of his
hands.
hand.
Yeah.
And I believe one of you fine gentlemen followed up with a right hook.
Oh yeah, I hit him in the face.
Yeah.
And from there, just a little bit of a class.
And it wasn't. I was being generous with that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was more of like I just check you. Don't do that fucking shit. And that's when he turned into a woman.
Yeah. So
me in
what did he say? First, he started yelling, "Call the cops!" I believe.
Yeah. Immediately after I hit him, it was call the cops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
he
believe-
didn't want us to call the cops. I told him I was going to call the cops.
Oh, because of your camera.
because he
right.
broke my. I was like, "You broke my fucking camera, dude. I'm calling the cops." And he was like, "Go ahead, call the cops." And I took my phone. I was like, "Okay." So I called the cops, and 5 minutes later, you know the rest.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna find out. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we had a little scuffle, and then we kind of meandered outside. Some of the locals were siding with us, but by that time the cops were basically there. It's Eagle River, Wisconsin. They're not anywhere else.
Before the cops
Um,
got there, I had to chase Mead.
And who were the?
He tried
and
to
who-
go back
who-
in and
hold
fight
on.
the guy again.
Wait, say that again, Frank.
I had to chase Mead through a window because he tried to go back inside after the guy locked the door. I chased
Great.
Mead through a window so he didn't go inside and murder that guy.
I was
Like a Looney
irate.
Tune?
I
Wait,
was
you pulled
irate.
him out by the feet like a loony
Literally
Tune?
out of the window, I think. Because somebody dove out a window at some point of the
I dove
smoking.
in a
It was a
window.
Or
Benny
I
Hill
dove.
film.
I dove in the window to go back and fight him.
Yeah.
And
Mead ran around the building chasing JJ. When they came back around, JJ was chasing him. And then when they came back around, a chicken
We
was. They were both chasing a chicken and
Going
Benny
into
Hill
different-
music.
different doors. It was just
Yeah.
like fucking Scooby Doo.
The old-fashioned Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those rascally kids.
Ooh, I hate
Uh,
that rabbit.
So it keeps
Oh, man.
getting better. It never crescendos. It just
Needless to
keeps-
say,
it
the
keeps
cops,
climbing him out.
the cops who showed up were the cops who pulled us over.
The same exact police
Yeah.
officers, the woman and everything shows up.
And
Oh
the-
man, it
these
was so
cops
good.
these cops have first popped in several scenarios. First of all, they came to Geo's, I believe, or some other establishment the night after, and like loved us. They were saying hi, like, oh, how you guys doing? How's everything? You know.
No, 'cause
So
by
we
that time, we go way
Good.
back.
So we had the cops on our side. Needless to say.
Very true. Yeah. Very important in the story.
Yeah. So basically, they showed up. They're trying to get a handle on what was going on. While they were trying to get a handle of what was going on, Juggy asked them
Can I piss?
if he could piss, and
I was exploding because they wouldn't allow me back in.
that's right. And they literally told him to piss on the side of the bar.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
that's a
forgot about
fact.
that.
When now
I just go
you
around the
guys
corner
were-
there.
Yeah, you guys were being packed into police into the cars, and I think that we're all getting arrested. I'm like, dude, before I get in, man, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, do you mind if I go in a tree or something? He goes, I just go there, and I'm like, on the bar. Okay, splash it as much as I possibly could because I didn't like the fucking place, and now we're all heading. If we didn't miss anything yet, if anybody else wants to chime in, this is where we're all heading in separate cars.
Oh no,
to
you
the
missed
police station.
you missed one of the best parts of this.
Okay,
story.
go ahead.
So in the end, we're because we don't know if we're getting arrested or who's getting arrested. The culmination of this part of the story is in the end, the bar owner JJ is handcuffed with his hands behind the back, is getting dragged into the cop car.
Right.
Right
half in tears
because
and
he
saying,
assaulted Jimmy.
"But they hit me in my place." Was the quote we heard yelled across the parking lot. So we won.
We won.
Place.
But yes, then we did have to go to the police station to fill out the police report, because remember, this is
another
basically
great
around
time.
this is essentially around Jimmy's camera being he slapped his
Smashed,
property,
yeah.
it's assault, whatever. So we said, fuck it, we got nothing to do. We'll do this for the story. We'll go fill out police reports. I was an English major at the time, as I still am. And I filled out 2.5 pages of notes. I was just laughing the whole time. And my favorite sentence I may still have ever written is that the owner, JJ, was being demonstrative and aggressive towards us.
Demonstrative and aggressive.
Best thing
That
I'll
popped
ever
into my head
By the
2 weeks ago when I was driving on the highway and I saw a truck that said, "How's my driving?" And I remember you called on a truck when we were driving back home to Connecticut.
Oh, that's right.
And you used that fucking line. You were like, "He's being demonstrative and aggressive. We can't get around him. This guy's driving like a maniac."
That's right. That was the only time I ever called one of those "How's my driving" numbers. That's right.
Perfect.
This guy's driving like an asshole.
While you were writing your report, what's funny about this police station in the middle of Wisconsin is that you're supposed to separate people. Like, you're supposed to go into different rooms and fill out your own report and then compare the reports afterwards to see what was true and what wasn't.
Not
These
there.
fucking police officers had us all in one room at the same table. We were basically going, "What did you write? What did you write? You wrote demonstrative?
yeah.
I'm gonna write demonstrative and aggressive too. Except I'm gonna put
We all
aggressive
finished at the
first so
same
they know that we're
time.
not cheating." And it was hysterical. It was
I-
like, oh
I
yeah,
wish I
put
could
that
get
in.
it.
I forgot about that. Put that
I
in.
wish I could get a copy of what I wrote because it's probably the most
Oh, we gotta
incoherent.
get our buddy Paul Fens on the case. He's good at pulling police reports. Maybe he can find that. That would be something.
The
Oh
most
my God,
incoherent
fucking good.
babble that ever.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was
Oh,
10 years
boy.
ago this week. I could call the Eagle River Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, we know the day. It's always a Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Well, there you
I'm
go.
gonna
Maybe we'll
make-
say
I'm gonna
that
make
for
a
part
note.
2.
We're gonna revisit this. And,
Get your
we'll
nuts
be
up,
fine.
Jimmy. Absolutely. Yeah, so that's not the end of the story.
Still not the end.
We're still laughing. We're having a great time. We're sucking each other off. We're fucking butt fucking. We're fucking laughing. Go back. We rent this nice cabin every time we go.
Very nice cabin.
And yeah, I don't think it was that night. So I think the next night or one of the last nights we went to the strip club again.
Correct.
So
And
fast forward. This is all. We don't probably.
my love interest for that weekend. We haven't touched on yet. Nisi
Nisi.
That's right. A very big.
Nisi Honda Chevy.
Nisi was from.
175, 200-pound black woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was.
all in her
She
bra.
was. She was in good shape.
Looking, but she was a big girl.
I got a nude somewhere. I don't want to
She
share
was-
that, but I stayed in touch with Nisi. I had a little jungle fever. I stayed in touch with Nisi for like a year after that.
Didn't she
That's
make a
what-
trip to New
Wow.
York?
I didn't know that.
She did. I never
Shout
saw her, but yeah, I was in love. So we had them over our cabin at one point.
Well, wait. Well, to set this in, because again, we'll talk about this. It's too much to talk. We went to the strip club, and Brooke, my wife, and Nisi showed up. You
God.
son of a bitch, Jimmy. We got to get
Son
that
of a bitch.
and Nisi showed up, and they went on the stage one night. Like they just came to hang out with us,
Yeah.
and then they pulled her on stage. She was like blasting her big black tits in her face, giving her a concussion.
Yep.
She
And then
did
they
the
came
Dougie.
over. They came over later that night. This is the
Yeah.
same weekend, mind you.
Yeah. So we brought the strippers home. We brought the bar owner's girlfriend home. You banged. Well, keep going.
Yeah, well, no, that's pretty much it. So I consummated my marriage. So
You did.
guy bring it all back around. So the bartender this guy hired because he had a crush on her and let her live in his basement because he had a crush on her. And for years he was trying to have sex with her. And then we showed up on Friday night,
And in 2 hours, you married her. And, had
and
sex with
Saturday
her.
night, I was having sex with her in our cabin, free of charge, and she had a panther tattoo.
The other
directly
tattoo was the panther on her pussy.
right over her vagina, and that's how I knew she was the one.
And JJ was out
No.
on bail.
No condom, by the way.
Yeah.
Lovely.
The
JJ
The
did
Pink
get
Lady
out.
is the
True
Pink
love.
Panther.
Not a
JJ
condom to be
did
found.
get out on jail. Fortunately, that wasn't the end of his humiliation.
Well, oh, geez, we missed that. That's also the best part. Is the next day.
That's what I mean. That story is still not finished after the police reports because the
Yeah.
next morning,
Go ahead.
somebody picked it up. Okay, so the next morning, we are getting ready for the game and we're basically still drunk. We haven't even hit hungover yet. And we're playing our last game of that year, and it just so happens to be a team called Smokies. It was fucking sponsored by the bar that we went to, and we played these
My
guys. And I don't know, we never give a fuck about the outcome. There she is. We don't care about the outcome of the games. We always said
cute.
winning is for losers. We were there to have a blast anyway. Oh man, she's a Packer fan.
Yeah, she's
So-
packing all right.
So yes, the best part about it was
Packing
that
HPV.
because of because of the police sentencing, like whatever he had to go through, like he actually had a police escort go to the game with him and make sure that he shook all of our hands at the end of that game that he
Yep.
was not allowed to play in.
Unreal.
So after
He
his
sat in a folding
humiliation,
chair on the side.
after stealing his girl, after marrying her, after having sex with her, after his friend punching him in the face, he gets to be in jail and he has to shake the hands of those people who he treated like shit that night.
My hands still
That's
smell
the
like the
culmination.
girl's vagina that he was in love with. That's the end of this. That is a bow and a half right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's how you
I
tie
He
a
just
shook
bow in a
the
story, man.
hand of the fingers that were inside the woman he was in love with that I had sex with in one day the night before. Fuck you, JJ, you fucking homo.
Hey, don't kick people out of your bar like that. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
maybe
what
be nice to
rightfully
people,
should
and I won't-
happen.
And we won't have
Every
sex
single
with
time.
them.
Yes, don't tango with us or you'll get arrested and we'll have sex with your girlfriend.
We'll have sex with someone close to you, man, woman.
I'll fuck your brother, bro. I don't care.
Someone close to you.
Still got to go
Oh my
back.
God. That was absolutely perfect.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So anyway, the strip club Weasels unfortunately met a timely demise.
It
Yeah,
burned
why
to
did
the
that place
ground.
burn down?
Burned to the ground.
Literally, that's not a joke.
So that was the last. It just couldn't handle us anymore.
Yeah.
Mm.
Eagle River is one of those towns where, like, we're here rehashing it, and if we Googled it right now, I wouldn't be surprised if Eagle River had disbanded as a township. Like, it
Yeah, I
never
was just-
existed.
Yeah. I
Oh
wouldn't be
boy.
surprised.
You go
either.
back. What do you mean? Eagle River burned down 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Eagle River. There hasn't been a town since 1954.
Yeah.
It's a guy
That place
from-
has been wiped
it's
out
the-
like Raccoon City in Resident Evil.
It's
It's
definitely
an
the guy
old
from.
Indian burial ground, and
Right.
we came and partied on it high
It's
on
definitely-
LSD for
It's
3
Pet
days.
Cemetery. It's definitely the guy from Pet Cemetery.
Boy,
Holy
there
shit.
used to
What
be a
else you
town
got?
here. Gotta watch out for the military.
Wow.
There it is.
Ooh.
There it
Well.
is, boys.
As
Exotic
again, as an
entertainment.
absolute shithole of an establishment, there were some really, really attractive women in there.
Yeah.
Hot dancers.
Oh,
and
by the
no
way-
sprinkler system.
Well, we have to include, if we're going to talk about
Go
Weasels,
ahead,
we
Chuck.
have,
We
No
got time.
sprinkler
We got
system.
time. We didn't.
we
start
have to
till
talk
one.
about the fucking DJ who is at Weasels, the greatest
Wow,
fucking
ladies
DJ.
and gentlemen, coming up to the stage right now.
Yes.
We have Amber for the next 45 minutes. Kamikaze shots are $3.
Yeah, I loved it. Hey, if you're out of town here, welcome to the Labatt Blue Pond Hockey Tournament. Coming to the stage, Amber's trying to pay her way through college. Anyway,
It's a
dude, that guy
GED.
was so fucking funny, man. He was an absolute talent, man. Oh, I loved it.
And
I
that was
had to
his
take
last
a few
night. Remember?
kamikazes just because of that. Sorry, me. Go ahead.
That was his last night, the night that we were there.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Oh, that's right. It was his last night.
We were
amazing.
buying him kamikaze shots.
That's
right.
true.
That's very
wow. Holy
very true.
moly.
I was like, since they're 50 cents for the next 30 seconds. Like, I loved it. It's just some of the most
For the
outrageous
next
shit.
27.3 seconds, kamikaze shots are $3.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a detail that I get hung up on. Didn't we go back the next night to Weasels and see Brooke on stage?
Yes.
Yeah,
And Nisi.
Together.
I think
Well, we
Nisi
saw
was
Nisi the
working.
first night.
Yeah,
Right.
Nisi was
Oh,
working
right.
that night, and Brooke showed up to hang out with us, but she pulled my wife onto stage and
Yeah.
proceeded to. I just remember Brooke on her back and that large woman Nisi just banging those bean bags into her head. I was worried she was gonna get CTE. Maybe she did. Maybe that's why she had sex. It's probably why she had sex with me.
Post-concussion traumatic syndrome.
Islanders.
Yeah, she did the Dougie, by the way. That was the song that she was dancing to. I remember she was Teach Me How to Dougie. Brooke did very well at that for
Dougie was the dance those days.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen
Dougie.
anybody enter a strip club like Stancil. Absolutely legendary. He walked in, put his hands on the hips, and he goes, "Show me your asshole." That's all he said.
She did.
Yep.
It worked.
I mean,
He did. You ate it.
that's right. Oh man.
Show me your asshole and I'll eat it.
Show me your asshole.
That's a threat.
Julio, any comment, any questions or comments we should be made aware of in the
Yeah, I gotta throw it to the chat. The billions and billions.
Huey's Entertainment? Did her sniz smell? No, it was surprisingly well kept. Apparently, I think she had a kid. Well, actually, I got an epilogue to this. Thank you for reminding me. What is it? Thank you for reminding me, Huey's Entertainment. I have a so the epilogue here. A few months later, or not even like a month later, a few weeks even, back home, doing whatever, and I get a, obviously we had each other's number. I started talking with her, and she said that her house was robbed and she lost everything. Could she fly out and live with me for a few months? And I just never responded.
Jesus. Yeah, we were there for 4 days. That doesn't mean that we're going to be available for the rest of our lives.
I just wanted to have sex with you. Ew.
Ew.
You gay? I don't like it.
Attachment? Gross.
Yeah. Hang out? No.
No.
Hang out? No. Wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Wife? Yeah. Sex?
We got some
Yeah.
people in the chat
Hang
right
out?
now.
No,
No.
thanks.
Shout out to Smokey Brooks. She's in Canada. She's close to,
Oh my God, Smokey Brooks.
not at all
Jesus.
close to.
She gets
Eagle
hotter and
River,
hotter.
Wisconsin.
Oh, fuck, what I would do.
Yeah, I'd like to,
Smokey Brooks. I actually probably wouldn't
know.
know what to do to her, to be honest with you.
I'd like to be
Shout out to
married
the
to
Brooks
her in a
out there.
bar.
No, Smokey's too classy for that. You don't want to
She
marry
is too
old
classy.
Smokey in a bar.
Anyway, Jonathan Parks, great story. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Boy, I don't know. I guess we can
He's
start
being
wrapping it up.
sarcastic.
I don't want to blow
Yeah.
our load. We'll definitely
anyway,
do this again.
Yeah, do this again. There's
But,
other stuff we got to touch on. I'm
Any
gonna
button-
remember.
We got any buttons to button here with this this tale for this installation of the Wisconsin Chronicles?
Dude, if we keep buttoning it up tighter, people are going to think we scripted this shit. We just got to let it go at some point because we keep adding a button and it keeps getting more perfect. I think we're good.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a long shirt.
It sounds all made up.
I can't
but
even look at this. I
unfortunately-
can't even button this thing.
It does. There's so many little details that I forgot.
Well,
And-
we're gonna have to open that tape sometime.
Ooh.
I would love to have a viewing party of that tape.
Like a
With-
mystery science, like a mystery science theater type thing.
Yes,
There-
absolutely.
In the last 10 years since this happened, we haven't gotten all of us in the same room a lot of
Mhm.
times. But I think
Very
like
true.
me, Stancil, Mead, I've seen Juggy, like we've all been together a few times. And honestly, most of the time, this tape has been on me. I've had it in my pocket.
Piece
For-
of shit.
Probably 3.
Well, I think since it's the 10-year anniversary, we need to get together
Very soon.
very
some
soon
Yeah.
and have a sit down. Do you even have a
What'd you
device?
guys
Broke
do if
the
I just
button,
pulled all
button
this shit out
popped
of there?
Do we even have a device to play that on?
I do actually. I still have the camera, so I could bring that.
Okay.
Button popped off. So there's a lot. We got more buttons to put together.
Yeah,
even
we
if they
do.
don't. Hold on a second, everyone. Hold on.
Very nice.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
Mead, Frank, and I went to an Islanders game once, and yeah, you're right. That just add on to that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
this
usually
is a sports
few
show.
of us, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's usually never all of us, and that'd be fucking great if it was.
Yeah.
I'd really love that one day.
It's like getting everybody from the town together in it. It's just like never happens.
Yeah, yeah.
If it does happen, another town will burn down to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Jesus.
definitely it to Dairy Maine.
What if that's our
Dairy. I was trying to
superpower?
think of the name, Dairy Maine.
Yeah, Dairy. That's right. Dairy Maine. That's our shitty group superpower. Every time we all get together, a town burns down to the fucking
and we-
ground.
Yeah,
Go
every
to
time we're
Eagle River. You'll float too.
every time we're together, we pull a toddler into a sewer drain or fuck that bar owner's girlfriend.
Same
We
thing.
pull
It's the
we
same
pull a
thing.
bartender into a sewer drain.
Yeah, we go to Eagle River holding red balloons.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Sports.
Well, you got anything to plug, Jim?
Yeah, Jimmy, come on, get it back out there.
Yeah. I'm doing stand up nowhere. It's been a slow 10 months, everybody.
Jimmy's a really
all-
funny stand-up, and not even just saying that. We were fucking. I was enjoying seeing you when it was before this bullshit happened.
yeah.
But
We
do you
saw him
want
up in
people to follow
Bridgeport,
you, or
man.
do you not want the people that would watch a show like this to follow you?
I don't give a shit.
Follow.
I don't care at
Follow
all.
Jimmy. What is it? At Jimmy? What are you?
At Jimmy McDonald on
At
Twitter.
Jimmy McDonald, yeah. At Jimmy McDonald.
It's a good
I'm,
age.
I'm
Show
not
some
terribly active because I don't have anything going on, but you can follow, and when I get back out there, you'll see some shit pop up.
Now you're
love. Fuck
talking.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to get you on one of the secret shows.
Absolutely.
coming up.
I was just.
I
Gonna
would love to, dude. I would love to. I'll be
There you
rusty as
go.
shit, but I'll have fun doing it.
Well, we're all
Frank, what do you
rusty.
got? What do you got, Big Doug? Got anything you want to promote, plug, prescribe,
Oh,
prophecies?
man, I work in a
Shout
boiler
outs.
room.
He's perfect.
Classic Teamster.
Just perfect.
All right, boys. Well, thanks for joining us and talking about this little. Things are going to come in my mind in the next few weeks. Just
Yeah, things are
because
gonna
of this.
come in your mouth too. You keep fucking looking like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think.
Are you
We'll
saying
cover
I-
the. I think.
Saying I look good.
Yes, next week we'll cover our bets from the Super Bowl next week.
Yep.
There's a little teaser. What else is coming up? Keep posted for the next secret show, right? Me, that's in the works. I'm sure that was a great
Next
one
one's in the
last
works.
weekend.
It's going to be the second week of March. Back at the beautiful St. Lawrence Society.
That was fucking awesome last
Costco.
weekend. Boy, I tell you, that was a
Yep.
great night.
Yep.
Even if Karen Fian did say she would never have sex with me, it was still a very
Well,
nice night.
I don't know. I think she was just toying around. I think she's.
She
Oh yeah,
sober
she
when
was
she
just
said it?
flirting with me for sure.
She was flirting with you by saying that there's absolutely no chance that you could ever have sex.
Is that on mic or off mic?
Oh, it was
mic.
on stage actually.
She was on
Oh,
stage.
she'll fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She put it on a platform. She literally put you on a pedestal.
She
which
put
was the
your
stage.
cock on a pedestal.
Yeah,
And chopped
is.
it off.
Yeah, more like a
Yeah.
guillotine.
Yeah.
She dug a heel into your fucking cock. Oh boy. Well, thanks guys. This was fucking fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
um,
And Juggy, you got anything? Mead?
Oh, at Juggy Haha Twitter, Juggy010 Twitch, doing some stuff lately, and yeah, throw it to you, Mead. Any shows coming up? Anything special going on?
well, like I just covered for the last 2 minutes. Secret joke. Next Costco comedy coming up on March, second week of March.
Oh, I
So,
did for our MLC fans, I did the guy who was on MLC yesterday, Vito D'Amico. He interviewed me the other day. It's on his YouTube channel. If you're that bored,
wow.
feel free to go check that out.
Wow.
On one with old Stancil. As
Nice.
you heard on MLC, he's a weird bird, so it was a little bit strange, which you probably like.
Yeah, I like it.
Mead,
I don't
are
know,
you
that's
doing
it.
stand up on the shows?
Who?
Really?
Mead, Stancil, you guys doing stand up on your Costco comedy shows?
I mean, I'm standing up most of the time.
Okay, hey, that's a start.
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
I'll edge myself into some kind of
I don't have enough confidence.
time. I'll edge myself into some kind of time. I've been writing stuff, so we'll see. Next one, maybe I'll do a little thing. But
Wow. Yeah.
Let me know the date. I want to come hang
I
out.
will. It's probably going to be March 13th.
Okay,
Here you go, folks. You heard it here first.
fucking writing it down.
Well, that's it. That was great. Frank, Jimmy, thank you for coming on. We'll do this again. Maybe we'll
Thank you
do this
very
like
much, guys.
once a month until we run out of stories or something.
Hell yeah, man. This was a
Got
lot
a
of
few
fun.
years
Thanks
of
for having me.
stories to cover.
Exactly.
man.
Uh,
There's too
yeah,
much to cover.
exactly. Be here for fucking forever. All right.
Shout
Well,
out to the fams, gents.
Yeah.
thanks everybody watching, listening, whatever. Gay. I'm gay.
All right.